Welcome to another episode of Alan's Collection. Here we have a character from the original movie trilogy of Spider-Man, the main villain, the Green Goblin, guys. And the most important and iconic villain in the Spider-Man movie universe. We're talking about Willem Dafoe, and he is the foe of the Spider-Man No Way Home movie. So without further ado, Hot Toys movie masterpiece. Marvel Studios Spider-Man No Way Home Green Goblin upgraded suit. The Green Goblin is Norman Osborn when he is most dangerous. A brilliant scientist whose broken mind transforms him into Spider-Man's greatest enemy. Combining ruthless intelligence, advanced Oscorp technology and theatrical chaos. So here we have the outer sleeve. This is more than just a simple protective cover. Hot Toys gives us a cool art piece, transforming the sleeve into a cinematic poster. This is printed on a nice cardstock and has a smooth, glossy finish. The artwork itself is an illustration of the Green Goblin charging into battle on top of his glider. This is quite a colorful artwork, guys, with all the brilliant oranges and yellows contrasting against the green armor and the purple hood. Coming out of the portal, you can also see Dr. Octopus' mechanical tentacles. There is one tentacle that's behind the portal for some reason. A bit to the left, you can see the Spider-Man No Way Home logo and the Green Goblin upgraded suit name as well. Now let's turn this to the side and check it out. This side continues with the explosive action and is an extension of the front artwork. Here we can see a portion of the Goblin's glider and his hand, with a very pointy piece of his gauntlet. There's also another one of Dr. Octopus' tentacles. Again, we have the Green Goblin upgraded suit name here. Okay, it's time to check out the back of the sleeve. Here we have a two-part design. On the top and bottom we have a green background with some angular graphic elements that look like broken glass, but also a spider web. This part has a rough texture and some electrical sparks, which I assume are from Electro. By the way, you can check my review of Electro on the channel. The other part is this purple background that shows all the warnings, licensing information and manufacturing credits. This purple background also features faded images inspired by the movie. Here's what appears to be the final encounter between Peter and Norman. And here's Norman Osborn wearing a hood. Now it's time to move to the other side, guys. Here we have another two-color background with purple on top and green on the bottom. The purple half has a shadowy figure of the Green Goblin who is behind some subtle horizontal scanline effects. And below we have more of the angular patterns we saw on the back. And now we're back to the front of the sleeve. This is quite a nice sleeve, guys. This is something that deserves to be a collectible itself. Now, let's slide the sleeve and reveal the outer box. Green Goblin is back, and here we have Norman Osborn's menacing upgraded suit. He's ready to prove that underneath the torn hood, the Goblin is as dangerous and deranged as ever. And like the vibrant artwork of the sleeve, the main box has a darker look. Here we have a large display window that shows nearly the entire figure and its accessories. We have a good preview of what's inside. The upgraded suit occupies the right side, while the glider, alternate hands, pumpkin bombs, and display stand are organized around the figure. Now let's check out the other side of the box. This side is black on the bottom and has this purple energy on the top. This energy is inspired by the film's magical energy. Then on the center, you have the name of the figure in crisp white lettering across each side. Now, let's check the back of the box. The back is almost completely black, with swirling violet energy going across the center. This is, of course, Doctor Strange's spell ripping through reality itself. In the movie, you could see several villains showing up here, but I can't identify anyone in this artwork. Then, we have the logo from Hot Toys with the Green Goblin logo below. And then a stripe that says upgraded suit. Very nice, guys. Let's check out the other side of the box. The side continues the black and purple spells. This side shows the shattered effects even better. Of course, you also have the figure's name in white letters. And now we're back to the front of the box. Overall, the box gives us a darker tone of No Way Home. This is Green Goblin after all. Okay guys, one more step before reaching the figure. Let's check out the inner packaging. Okay guys, here we have the blister box, and it's one massive blister box that accommodates the figure and all his accessories that he brings. And as you can see, we can appreciate the figure even more. And of course his glider there, well packaged. It has more layers of packaging to protect it. You can see the batteries. I believe there are batteries for the figure and for the glider as well. And the accessories, the goblin bombs, the extra hands, and even the base stand. Okay guys, without further ado, let's check the vanilla pose for the Green Goblin. Okay guys, here we have the businessman, the scientist, father to Harry Osborn, a great admirer of Peter Parker, but a fierce enemy of Spider-Man. We are talking about the Green Goblin, who returns to complicate things in another universe, and fights against a different Spider-Man. Let's check out this awesome figure, guys. Now this is his upgraded suit. This is Green Goblin's upgraded suit from Spider-Man No Way Home. As you can see, he's sporting a metallic green armor suit with battle damage effects that you can see in his arms. You can also see them in his chest, legs, and boots. All highly detailed, guys. Because of these battle damage effects, you can see that he's wearing a purple spandex suit below the armored suit, or mesh if you will. As you can also see, he's wearing these worn out dark blue plates with silver and brown extended parts on his legs. On his legs he's also wearing this metallic green with silver and brown knee guards that you can detach from the knee, as they have Velcro material underneath. We can see this as well with the metallic green shoulder guards, which also have Velcro to detach themselves. Let's detach the left shoulder guard. And you detach it like this. This is the shoulder side of the Velcro. And this is the shoulder guard side. Very cool, guys. Now you can put it back on. Just make sure it's aligned properly and simply press it against the shoulder. Quite easy, guys. On his waist, he's wearing a brown crossbody utility belt with pouches. On the left, we can see that Norman Osborn is carrying some canisters inside the pouches. Whereas on the right side, it's a large pouch where he probably carries his signature deadly pumpkin bombs. Checking out his weapons in his arms. First of all, we have these 3 canisters that are holding on above his elbow. And you can see they are chipped or worn out, if you will. Below we have this piece of purple fabric wrapped around the elbow, like he was covering a broken piece of his suit or an injury in his arm. And below we have 2 missiles, golden and silver colored missiles. On Norman's left arm we have a dark blue plate that was screwed on the armor. And below we have 3 rockets. Very cool golden and grey rockets, guys. Now let's check out this unique accessory that Norman Osborn is wearing. His purple poncho with distressed effects. This poncho is made of fabric and it extends from the front all the way to the back. And this poncho does have a hoodie. So you can see that Norman has replaced his classic goblin helmet for this hoodie poncho, guys. Interesting, very interesting. Now it's time to check out the head sculpt. Here we have a masterfully crafted head sculpt with the hair partly blonde and partly silver, which is also styled in parted strands, guys. You can see the strands there, very cool. The face expression here is probably the best feature in this figure. His classic Green Goblin diabolical face, with the skin texture, age lines, and his partially open mouth, where you can see the nicely sculpted teeth, his tongue, and his menacing eyes. All very carefully crafted, guys. Very cool. And that's it for Green Goblin's vanilla pose. Now let's check out his accessories, guys. Okay guys, here we have the accessories for Green Goblin upgraded suit from No Way Home. Let's check out the Goblin glider first. It's a huge glider and it's sculpted and painted really well. As you can see, it mainly has 2 colors, silver and purple. You can see the airbrush shading on the silver surface. The purple surface parts have a rough texture. And also have an airbrush shading, guys. Very cool. As you can see, the Goblin glider brings 2 compartments where you can place the pumpkin bombs, guys. Very cool. Let's just open one for you to see. Let's place the pumpkin bombs. If you intend to display your Green Goblin figure with the glider, make sure to put the pumpkin bombs as well, because the glider will look even cooler. We have these fit holders as well, where you can place your figure and display Norman Osborn flying the Goblin glider. Very cool. It does move, so you can adjust it as you wish, guys. Very cool. It has also these large blades on the edges. And on the front it has 4 pointy blades that look very fragile, guys. So do be careful with them. The wings of the glider are also articulated. They are ratcheted, so you can move them like this. Very cool. Now let's check out the underside of the glider. First of all, it has a battery compartment there for the LED light up function. As you can see, it has these pistons here that help to move the wings. And it has these missiles on the left and on the right hand side of the Goblin glider, guys. As you can see, Norman Osborn is heavily armed. We can also see the 2 thrusters here on the back. Very cool. And that's it for the Green Goblin glider, guys. Now let's move on to the interchangeable hands. We have a pair of gripping hands, or gripping gloves, if you will. And then we have a pair of relaxed hands. Then we have a couple of pumpkin bombs, nicely sculpted. They are orange with green on the top. Next we have the wrist blades. First of all, we have the long wrist blades that go in the left Green Goblin's gauntlet. And then we have the small wrist blades that also go in the left gauntlet. Then we have the Green Goblin's goggles that have their own rubber band. Very cool. Finally, we have this base stand, which is textured from the surface. It has rough texture on the surface and it's all purple. Then we have the Green Goblin in glossy texture. And below we can see Marvel Studios Spider-Man No Way Home. And below this we have the name Green Goblin. Very cool. And finally we have the pole for you to place the figure itself, or you can place the pole as well in the glider. So that's it for the accessories, guys. Very cool. Okay guys, let's talk about the Green Goblin from Spider-Man No Way Home. Honestly, this isn't just another supervillain showing up for a rematch. This is the return of the Spider-Man's greatest enemies. Norman Osborn is brilliant, charismatic, and even capable of kindness. But inside him lives the Green Goblin, a separate, ruthless personality born from the enhancement serum. The Goblin loves chaos, manipulation, and psychological combat. And that makes him equally dangerous with his words and with his pumpkin bombs. After a spell goes wrong and starts pulling people from other universes into the MCU, Norman arrives confused and momentarily free from the Goblin's influence. Peter Parker refuses to send Norman back to his universe to face his deadly fate, because he believes he deserves a chance to be cured. For a while, it actually seems like Norman is getting his life back. But the Goblin personality reappears. He also launches a devastating attack on Happy Hogan's apartment. And of course, guys, during the battle he murders Aunt May, who delivers the powerful, with great power there must also come great responsibility. When they meet again, the Goblin pushes Peter into one of the most brutal fights in the movie, nearly convincing Peter to surrender to revenge. In the final showdown at the Statue of Liberty, Peter overcomes his anger, refuses to kill Norman, and instead provides the cure that frees him from the Goblin's control. And that's why the Green Goblin is so essential to No Way Home. Yes, he's the main villain, but he's also the spark for Peter's journey as Spider-Man. The Goblin takes away Peter's parental figure, tries to make him abandon everything Aunt May stood for, and forces him to decide what kind of Spider-Man he wants to be. By choosing mercy over vengeance, Peter honors May's sacrifice and finally becomes a true hero. It's a painful lesson, but it also is the defining moment of Spider-Man. Okay guys, hope you enjoy this review. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next on Alan's Collection.